everybody, my name is Ed Dervis. This is 93 Driving. Today we're driving a BMW X5 3.5D with a 3.0 liter turbocharged diesel engine producing 255 horsepower and 413 pounds of torque for a car that weighs close to 5,000 pounds and can actually tow close to 6,000 pounds. It'll get it from 0 to 60 in about 6 seconds. So without further ado, let's find out what this diesel has to offer. Getting the show on the road with a BMW 35D. I have to say that right off the bat that you can't even tell that this car is a diesel. It doesn't make any of those noises that you think of when you think of a diesel back in the 80s, 90s. You had that clicking noise with the valves. You don't get that. You get that. Well, that smell, that diesel smell burning, you don't get that. And the other thing that diesels were just not at all was quick. For the little bit short time that I've had this car already, it's pretty peppy for a car that weighs, like I said earlier in the intro, that weighs close to 5,000 pounds. You know, it does gets up and goes, and you don't really feel the turbocharged kick in, just like we did in the last car we tested, which was the Mercedes. And you could feel the turbo kicking at a higher RPMs. Here it's really right off the bat. So we're gonna get here on the highway and give it a little bit of the beans, as they say, and here we go. Yeah, it's not lightning fast. I mean, it's a big SUV, it's heavy, but for a car that is a diesel, it's just working marvelously. So let's get on the parkway and see how she handles there. So far, it's very quiet in here, very luxurious. So let's get it down there and see. Here we go, getting on the parkway, give it some gas. Yeah, she's pretty smooth getting on the parkway. You can hear that diesel engine working pretty hard. And not bad from a standstill. Let's see what she's got. We just had a hint of turbo lag there for just a second. When we dropped the hammer down, there was just a split second. But then it took off. No drama due to the four-wheel drive system. It did pretty good. I mean, you gotta remember, it still does weigh a lot. But overall, you know, it'll help you merge into traffic, and really that's what you need. But overall, we'll talk about the reasons why we're driving a diesel today and our final thoughts. But as we always like to do it at 9 and 3, why don't we take it down to our curvy road and see how she handles. I can right now tell you right off the bat that due to the fact that it is tall and it isn't an M package, I don't think that we're going to be doing massive speeds down our favorite curvy road. But anyway, let's get her down there and rambling on, and let's see what she's like. All right, here we go on our favorite curvy road. We're out on sport. Let's see what the diesel can do. So far, no drama. It's heavy. This is a heavy car. You can feel it right in the turns. Like I mentioned earlier, you have a little bit of feedback coming back from the steering wheel, but the suspension itself, even though in Sport Plus, You do got a little more body roll. The brakes do come on strong. You can feel them bite a little bit. But this car is not suited for roads like this. You just can't carry that speed, and there's no reason to push it. Well, we're gonna take it up the hill. Oh, here we go. Yeah, a lot of body roll, and you can't carry a lot of speed in the turns. But coming up, it works perfectly fine because you got that torque. You know, 413 pounds of torque is helping you get up the hill easily. All right, let's get down to our final thoughts in just a second. First of all, let's enjoy this other curvy road. Even though we've come to realize she doesn't really like to dance, but we're going uphill and she's got the torque. That 413 pounds of torque is making a breeze to go up the hill. She's not a dancer, but she definitely has that torque, which is the beauty of this engine. And just like any diesel powered car, that's where they come on strong, that torque, and they're notorious for that. And not only are they notorious for that, they're notorious for living a very long life. Looking at the information for this car, if you do all the maintenance that is asked from BMW, you can go 150 to 200,000 miles without any issues whatsoever on this car. The other thing is that you can go on a full tank of gas 640 miles if you're driving on the highway. Yes, 640 miles. And if you're in city, you can average somewhere around 515 miles to the tank. Those are very impressive numbers in today's standards. So that's why it makes this diesel, you know, a compelling thought, especially now that this is a 2018. It's not taking that huge premium price that you would pay when it's brand new. This one has been completely taken care of, and it's got all the comforts that you expect from a BMW of this caliber. It's got the 4-zone climate control, 2 in the front, 2 in the back. You have the Harman Kardon sound system, which sounds great. Unfortunately, we can't always play it because of the copyrights. Huge infotainment system, heated seats, typical BMW shifter. If you've gotten used to using it, it's not a big deal. Same thing with the entertainment, the knobs for the entertainment system, and all the shortcuts. They work perfectly fine. Yeah, quality of car is just right there, top-notch BMW. You do have that, you know, you do get feedback coming back from the steering wheel, like I've mentioned a couple times now. But yeah, be it that as a big mid-sized SUV, yeah, it doesn't like to run around and dance as much as you would want it to. But it's perfectly fine, just suited here, driving along on a neighborhood road, heading back. So, those are my thoughts. I hope everybody enjoyed this video. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscription button, share the video, comment. It does work. Even the comments that I received, they're not always the best ones. You know what? Thanks anyway for at least commenting. I appreciate that. You know, everybody's got their own thoughts, and that's perfectly fine. Hit the notification bell so that way you know exactly when the next one's coming. And I hope everybody's having a fantastic day and staying safe. A huge thanks to JT as always. He's down at Mercedes-Benz of Arlington. His information is in the link right down below. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next video very soon. Until then,